Show on Instagram Live is live now. What's motivating you this week? Motivation Monday Live.
Come on, dude. What are you doing to me today? Come on, dude. What is this monkey shit you're doing to me right now? Yo, this is mad crazy right now. Yo, what the fuck is that?
6:59 p.m.
Here we go, bro. What are we doing? This is ridiculous, bro.
7 p.m.
Fucking ridiculous. Just straight up ridiculous. Just absolutely damn ridiculous. Whew. Well, we are here. And a happy Monday to you, to you. So please do me that solid for those of y'all tuning in. Share the live out, please. Do me that favor. Share this live. We gotta get it going. I know we've been behind a little bit here. Yeah, but we are in. We're in now. We're in here now. We got a few things going on. We're getting some new updates on some new things that'll be taking place this week.
7:01 p.m.
So hope you guys are ready for that. Motivation Monday though. We motivated, man. I just got off of a live broadcast that was going on with Gooch. Shout out to Mr. Brock for tapping me in with that. Intel agent, what's good, my guy? Long time no hear, bro. How you been? But yeah, man, like I got that going on. We got that oh so most impressive interview coming up later on tomorrow with the one and only co-host of the show, who is the other co-host sitting in the room with us right now. Shout out to Intel Agent and their show on Vibe Stream Network on Twitch, The Vibe Check. Go check it out if you haven't already. Thursday nights at 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central. Check them out. But yes, we will have my brother Intel's co-host tomorrow checking in for his interview tomorrow, man. That's gonna be amazing. Hope you guys tune in to that. Hell, we almost had an emergency unannounced interview come in today, but I told him to hold off because I wanted to get this preparation for it right. So that has been scheduled for the Thursday episode. So you guys will have 2 interviews going on this week. All right. And what interviews they will be, I appreciate everybody for being in participation of this and joining in. If you are an artist out there that would like to bring in your story and tell us how it all became possible for you to be known in the streets as an artist, tap in with me. Drop me a DM. We do scheduled interviews. My open days for these interviews are Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, all during our 7 p.m. hourly show. You know what I'm saying? So you guys tune in with me, set up that interview,
Happy belated birthday to you.
and we'll see where we can do from there. Con artist, what's good, bro? Man, I wish you would have told me that you was fucking with the boy, man. That's a story we're gonna have to talk about later, though, on a later date, for sure, though. But yeah, man, that's a fact. We gotta do that. Gotta do that. For sure, man. That's gonna be a beautiful thing. Um, like I said, I'm excited, man. This is a whole week of things going on. Tomorrow is looking real good as far as the weather is concerned. We're gonna get a good day so I can get a full weekend this month or this week so I can receive a decent paycheck next week. You know what I'm saying? When it comes through, that'll be dope. That way it'll be one going out, you know what I mean? And I can really make some things happen with that. Um, there's always room for more new things to come in. So hopefully I'll be able to pull in information about what's my next steps, who can direct me and, into finding my next line of employment. So from that to working out different aspects of things right now, I'm working on getting enrollments for different placements situated, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll be changing the interior scenery of my show where it'll be filmed in a different location. Not giving you the time and day because I'm not aware of that yet, so we'll figure it out as we go along. But you know what it is. I'm just motivated to keep doing big things, keep moving forward, keep progressing to do the great things that any red-blooded American would do. You know, uh, keeping it real. What's good, Sheila? How you doing today? This evening, we are just chopping it up with my folks. We tapping in with you, asking that good old question: what's motivating you this week? Because as I was saying earlier, I am motivated. I am motivated by doing just what I'm doing right here with this show, getting everybody together and bringing up that good old fashioned hold up. This is the only thing different here is the technology scene, but we still keeping it back in the 80s, 70s, and 60s clean. You know what I'm saying? So, but for me personally, I feel like you know what I'm saying. We got to be in a space like this so at sometime in life. You know what I'm saying? Like a Zen space because we got so many things going on, and I ain't gonna say that the PZ Show is your place of Zen, but hell, I can give you enough of something to hold on to get you through these days, these moments in time, these situations that we deal with daily that seem to not go away. And, we just wish that we had somebody to relate to us because I'm here with you, you know. We break into these conversations all the time. Mondays and Tuesdays are very much prime for having discussions on many different things. And being able to, just bring that out.
And admin approved your post in Newborn Soldiers.
Because it's not always something that, people feel like they can talk about. You know what I mean?
Add a comment. Edit.
I'm one of those people that I just want to talk about these things because I feel like we should talk more often. Knowing that we live in a world now where information is capital, and these are the deciding factors on whether you are successful or a failure in life. It is absolutely crucial in this day and age that we find ways to saturate ourselves with information of, of a substantive kind, and myself personally, I yearn for, a conversation with someone that helps to illuminate a person who may not know things. You know what I'm saying? I'm always willing to be a listener, a learning student, you know what I mean? Rather than feeling like I have to be a teacher. So myself personally, I love when you guys come into the show and give me your point of views, because this always expands the knowledge base a lot better, and it helps people to understand that this show is a show that I wanted to develop where us adults can join in and have a place where we can just talk about things, get things out there in the open. Maybe there's something that you've heard about or seen out there that's going on in your neck of the woods that you don't think people have highlighted in your area, and you want to expand the message. I'm here for that. You know, we, along with the artistry that we produce on our New Wave Music Wednesday episodes, we also like to enlighten minds to the information coming from these artists, you know, what their music projects out here to the world, and what we should take interest in as creators out here, you know what I'm saying? And just the overall view of, you know what I mean, what people should see when it comes to how we view these artists, these, you know, people of a high stature, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, you know, when we see, you know, the artists that we see out here in the mainstream, we see them as representaries of a major thing or something big, you know what I'm saying? And these are just people, you know, these are really just people. They have their own views and opinions, much like everybody else. And the only difference is that theirs are more heightened. Theirs are more emphasized due to the massive amount of notoriety they receive off of their creative efforts. So it is in a way different, but I myself want to change that narrative by allowing this platform that we do here on the Peasy Show to illuminate not just those artists, those mainstream artists and celebrities out there, but those people that you might not have seen, you might not have noticed, and there may be sitting, you know, they may be sitting as closely as your neighbor or your, you know, friend down the street that you often see walking with his headphones on and his head down while he's walking through life, you know, seemingly ominous to everything, you know. Man, because I feel like as a person in that position, an artist in that position, it's only right that you get the story. You get the full story of these people, these artists, so that we understand the value and better value their, you know, what they represent in the music. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful and humbled to be given the opportunity to be tasked at giving these great MCs, you know, a platform to produce that interview or get that coverage from. Because man, if this ain't something that I honestly would have never considered being a situation of my own where I would be headlining it, you know what I mean? So it's a different feel when you're sitting on the other side of the table rather than the person being interviewed and asked. So I myself, you know what I'm saying? Like I love being that person, you know what I'm saying? I love being there because it really helps me to see artists for who they are and what they may mean to someone who's viewing them from the outside. Because myself, any of these artists that have come to my show and been interviewed, with the exception of one interview that we received in the early months of the of our start, um, we do not um, take away from the artist's mind state and their general overall demographic of how they view their situations in life. You know what I'm saying? Because as a person who is not only a you know artist himself, I am also a adamant listener of these artists. So, when we do interviews with people like uh that dude Toph, or Marley, and Mr. Brock, all of these different creative minds, we get a whole new diagram of these different individuals. And it's a beautiful thing, because to hear their stories and then put it all together with their unique sounds and the music, it's a interesting backstory that leads to the overall experience that you really want to capture when you're listening to these artists every time. You know, I myself have a different, I don't know, it's kind of a more intimate view of how I view music. So I guess for me, it's the energy of it, the emotion behind it. How does this song capture my thoughts, or what does this song say to me that it doesn't put into plain English? And you know what I'm saying? You have to decode. Um, I love those kinds of songs because, metaphorically speaking, I'm an artist myself, so I love to hear the different tactical skills used in executing these songs, and the way they drive their point home. You know what I mean? Or as my man Fat Man Scoop would say, how they land the plane. It's good to take off. Take off is probably the easiest thing, they say. It's how you land the plane. Is it going to be a smooth landing? Is it going to be rough? And I love that each of these artists that we've had the opportunity of covering on the show to this year, their stories aren't done. I mean, any artist that we've done an interview on, from as early as my interview with King Kello back in 2021, to just the various artists and different entertainers we've had viewed or come to the show that we've gotten a chance to talk to, and just get at least one diagram of their life and aspects to whether they jumped in on a specific topic or anything. And I noticed a lot of that when I was going through my files, my videos, my live streams over the weekend. Something that I had a problem with at first. I realized that Instagram was going through maintenance issues, and they decided, after they finished their construction, that they were going to allot me the opportunity to revisit my live streams. And at first I was like, oh, I was grateful for it, because I didn't realize that this was giving me the opportunity, until I realized just how complex, just how complex their system is like that. And it is complex, people. For a person who can't see, that is by far the most baffling thing. How is it that every time you scroll down, like if you scroll on your series of videos, like for the example, if you wanted to go back to my very first live stream for the Peasy Show, and I've done that. I actually was able to pull it back, and I did that. But after the viewing, for example, let's say you're done viewing that video and you want to move to the next video that came up. Well, you would have to scroll back, all the way back, to that next video that shows up after. So that to me is very, very, very baffling and structurally frustrating. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely am not a fan of it at this point. Just expressing a little fluster at this point from it, but I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Mostly just me saying this is crazy. Jojo, what's good, brother? Oh man, so you know what it is, man. It's just another day on the map. Giving everybody a rundown of things that are coming up this week. We got a no interview joining us. DZ Marquise will be over here tomorrow night for the Talk About It Tuesday segment of our interviews. And then later on this week on Thursday, for our Thursday Talk Back Thursday episode, we will definitely be doing a whole new interview where it's going to be something else, man. It's going to be something else. I don't even want to tell you exactly who. It's somebody that people, it may be one or two of you in here that know, but others that I'm sure don't. So it's going to be dope. And the brother said he's going to bring some friends along with him. So it's going to be a full interview lodged with guest appearances, cameos, and all of that good stuff. So hope y'all stay tuned to the Peasy Show this week because we got a lot of stuff lined up. Because you can't forget the midweek special, New Wave Music Wednesday. We do that every week. Submit your music, mrjguns@gmail.com. We need that. You know, I haven't even started looking for music today at all. So it's been a busy day for me, especially today, just getting some stuff knocked out and dealing with everything that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get everything pushed into a more organized setting. Bear with me in a second here. I'm trying to find my damn remote. For some reason, it's sitting in my pocket. Thank you. Yeah, it's just it's crazy. But with that being said, I got my notification just now for 4:20 over on the West Coast. So we're gonna take this nice little smoke break. Shout out to your homie Hennessy Kush on this one. Hey. Hey now, we got a little something coming through here with a request to go chill in. Shout out to my dog that's tapping in with us this evening. First guest on the show this week, Mr. DJ SKN, checking in on a check-in. What is good, brother? What is good, brother? Appreciate you, bro. What's good with you, man? How you been? Oh, who we got in? Who else we got coming through? Let me see. All right. Let me see that. I was gonna say, let me see that. I see the brother in the comments. What up, con artist? I see you, King. Come through. Drop your request, bro. But yeah, man. I'm waiting to see her name pop up. I ain't see her pop in. She usually jump in and send that request. There they go. I was like, wait a minute. I got you. Bam and bam. Done and done. Let me see. Make sure I got everybody. You. I know that's right. Pulling in everybody this evening. We got a full banner today. We got a full panel this evening. What is good, y'all? What is the business? Happy Monday, everybody. Hope y'all enjoying this wonderful, sort of warm day. It was kind of warm out today, wasn't it? Yeah, you got a 55 out there. I was gonna say you got a 55. Hell, we had a 51. Boss Scott in the building. Shout out to the homie in the UK. Yeah, yeah. Woo. We got a full card right now. Hey, man. Thank you, bro. And it's the vice versa, bro. Hmm. Hey, listen, I'm cool with all of that. Talk to me. We could definitely do it. Hmm. That's true. I love it. I know. Word. You better know it for sure. I thought I had him already, but my bad, con artist. I seen you in there, bro. Boscott, I'm coming back at you later, bro. That's my fault. That's my fault on the end cap. I got to get you. I had to get my man Carter in here first because I know he was on the wait. That's what's up. Yes, indeed. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, for sure. Well, I mean, this is also the first time he's been on the PZ show as a guest as well. So, I mean, I appreciate you, bro, from time being in the comments and respecting the values of the show and everything, and then joining us today on the live stream, and kind of just busting a little bit out there. I appreciate that, bro. That's a beautiful vibe right here, bro. This is all motivation right here, for sure, for sure, for sure. You better know it. Yo, bad shit at some point. Look, listen, listen. That's what it is. You know it. You know it. I'm glad you joined us tonight too, because I mean, at the same time, I've been wondering what was up with you anyway. I hadn't talked to you in a while, so we kick it off the side too, for sure, for sure, for sure. So right. That's that. It really does. You just don't know. And I say this all the time. You never know how your comment, your like, or you're just sharing somebody's content values that person. You know what I'm saying? And how much they respect that value. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing for you to be like, yeah, yeah, I support you. But you know what I'm saying? Like I have had people so far in my life that on the last just in the last 3 years of from during the pandemic have connected with people that are like long standing supporters of everything I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like there's nothing I could put up that they won't support or show out, you know what I mean, and give it out to people to let them know what it is. So I value their support of it all at the same time. And it goes back, you know what I'm saying? Because I do the same thing. When I go out and I show love to people, I task people with, what I'm saying, coming through and supporting the show by, adding value to it with your commentary and shit. I love talking with people. So. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Right, right. That's a fact. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's really for real. Right. I mean, for real though. Yeah, you can't take that away. You can't. That's something you can never lose. Hmm. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly how that works. That's how that works. And it's all about the love at the end of it all, because what is all of that if you didn't have, love in your heart to do that for someone? You see what I'm saying? You know, it's the fact of, selfless thoughts that come to this situation, because at the end of the day, it's something that we lack as humanity, as of now. We live in a world now where everybody hates people, right? They hate each other. You know what I'm saying? So when we come together and we're able to shoulder each other's burdens in a sense of, what I mean, camaraderie, or in a sense of just having someone to talk to and ventilate, you know what I mean? These things are vital situations, because we don't understand the dynamic of the gravities that go on in others' lives until they open up and say these things. And it's easier when you have somebody that you can confine in, you know what I'm saying? And it's not just somebody that's off the, they have to be, pressed to say these, or to take this information off the record. You see what I'm saying? Because there's people in the world today that just really need to see the value of what real humanity is in the world today. And as artists, I feel like it is our mission to get that word out there. There are people out here that value humanity. There are people out here that care about the value of life and how they see others and how others should see the world for that aspect. But we have to, show more light to them, because we get drowned at some point by all of this negative that's being lifted by the people in the higher atmospheres that are paying all the big dollars to these songs and supporting this stuff. You see what I'm saying? Because whenever you hear artists, like what the artists you hear here, all of us have a story that we tell you in our music. We have a message that we're projecting of positivity, encouragement, you know what I mean, endurance, all of these different target ideals to show you that it's not just about, jewelry chains and robberies and murder and shit. It's real life situations that go on in people's lives, and we understand the aspects of living a real life. We just are the people that find a way to articulate our problems through music. Right, right, that's true. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, that's to be honest with you, at this point in life, that's really the way you should approach music. Music should never be approached as we need to get to these numbers in order to see success. Because truth be told, the value doesn't always come from what you see as a number value. You know what I'm saying? The value comes in the message that is received and how people's effectiveness comes from that song or that message that was presented in that song. See what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like the greatest value you can achieve from music would be just to know that you couldn't walk to the corner without somebody saying, "Yo, man, that song you dropped is crazy hot." You know what I'm saying? That's a value in one way, but another value would be, man, that helps me, bro. I appreciate you showing me that, it doesn't take a whole lot to be somebody out here. You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to take the avenues that are always promoted, you know. And we hear it all the time as artists. People get said, "Oh, this is the way out of the ghetto," rapping and being a ball player or a sports enthusiast or a sports player somewhere, getting hurt or playing a rigorous sport in order to achieve a number value of success to live comfortably in life. And honestly, I feel like this is something that we all have an opportunity of doing as artists. You know what I'm saying? Just showing that it doesn't take all of that to have a great value overseeing you in life. You know what I'm saying? Like people to see that, man, you mean something to people, you know? Right, right. And that's what it is. That's uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm trying to make sure I got everybody because I didn't know that con artist fell out of here. This is my boy Boscott. Oh, okay. This is Bosgod, straight out of the UK. Boscott, yeah, Boscott. He's on Band Lab too. He's actually on Band Lab too. I'm earnestly still waiting. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you got school and stuff. So I'm earnestly still waiting on you to to drop that feature, to drop that verse for you for that feature I put you on. Because it's still sitting. It's still sitting. Okay. Okay. Shout out to ya. What up, PM? I have been missing completely this year from the lab because of their discrepancies. I just don't see myself being able to continue on being lab because of that project, man. It's just very frustrating to me. Like I feel disarmed. What's up, bro? The project. Yo, I loved it myself too, bro. Like niggas is sleeping on that shit right now. They not feeling. Yo, Mm-hmm. Uh, 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 yeah. So what I'm talking about, like, oh my goodness. Shout out to Whiteout Production, man. Producer on that beat, man. That's great. That beat is stupid nutty, yo. I can't even imagine. Cause it's still missing one more artist on that on the back end to kind of bring it all together. Cause that's what's really gonna kill it. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. I would love to, bro. I mean, it's nothing to me to do the music. It's just all about it. I'm having more of the issue of the recording side of it. That's all. Hmm. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. Definitely ready for that because it's nothing but the kind of movement I've been trying to do as of now. Like I really just want to get, you know what I mean, back in the saddle of stuff right now because I've been missing out on so many different options. Shout out to Shark City. I know that nigga sent me like two invites to tracks and shit over the last month or so. I'm really like distorted from how BandLab has been doing things with these new updates. So I've been having that issue of trying to, get back into stuff like, and it's not like I can't do it, but it's like, dude, I would literally have to do verses like one takes in order to get them recorded and then have to save what I got no matter whether I wanted to or not to go back to the beginning of the track because other than that there's no option for a blind individual on BandLab to slide the track back to the beginning so that you can start over. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. um mm. Mental thought. It is. I get it, bro. I get it. I've had projects like that come about as you speak. Because I mean, truth be told, I can give you a perfect example of one. Me. My man, Intel Agent, DZ, Marquise, and DIP were on this track. We titled it Vibe. And I was the last artist, which really was like a tone setter track verse. And I came right off of the heels of the artist that I'm going to be having an interview with tomorrow, DZ. And it was just like, you know what I'm saying? So like, needless to say, like I pushed through that, but I understand the difficulty because those were artists that whenever you hear their vocals, you say the same thing that you're saying about my vocals. So it's just like I say the same thing when these dudes vocals. So it's like pressure, you know what I'm saying? So you really don't want to you don't want to drop the ball, or you feel like you dropped the ball, even because of the gravity of what you've been tasked to come follow up with. You know what I mean? So I understand that completely. It really, I think honestly that's something that developed throughout the progression of hip hop itself, because in a sense, like every artist that came out around the time that the actual battles came out, I think it was more or less just you're artist, I'm a rapper too, but you're not better than me. You know what I mean? I'm the best, and I should be headline, and I should be, you know what I mean? So I think that is what interpreted it, and then as you realize that the industry is not run by the people who are creating the music. So they're often influenced too. I can imagine that the dynamic of what hip hop could have been, because there were artists out there like Chuck D who were bringing a more conscious rap to the table. You know what I mean? It wasn't all about the bling and the cars and the girls and the fly clothes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? What it became was that after the fact, when people from the rap culture started to develop, you know, revenue from their work, you know what I'm saying? It all began to be a thing, and now like they want to talk about, living the finer life. But what was missed out of that dynamic in that music that they were creating was the fact that they had to tell the story of how this money, how this became, what I mean, what it is now. So that process began to certain influences, you know what I'm saying? So the evolution of hip hop and music and how it affected the culture of people that listened to it, it was more of they heard what these artists were saying. They watched what they were putting up on these rap videos, and all they seen was that this person did this, he did this, he did this, and somehow along the way he got money. He got paid and ended up an artist making lots more money and doing lots bigger things. So how do we get from the point, gap space that jumps from that to five? You know what I mean? So it's like we look at that part of it, and a lot of normal people like myself, even sometimes, I can recall that myself growing up. I did that. I listened to all of these different artists and how they talked about shining and flashing and pulling up on this and pulling up in this. And all I kept thinking about it myself is, damn, I want to do that shit too. I watch a lowrider. I read a lowrider magazine and look at all the stylish, tricked out vehicles that people was just doing just to have something to ride around or look pretty. It wasn't because they valued the vehicle like that. No, they tricked that car out because they thought that should look nice. You know what I'm saying? It was the look, the appearance, the flair, the glare that they was gonna get. You know what I mean? Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Master Ace. Classic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, right, right. Mm-hmm. Mm. Right. I could respect that because I feel the same way. Listen, we would be here for another hour if we had to go into that list of artists because he fits right in. You know what I mean to that list. I mean, as it stands, because I mean, those of us of of this particular age and range, like myself, you know what I'm saying. I know I am not the oldest as old as hip hop's legacy is, but I grew up in that embedded culture when hip hop was developing, the changes that it went through, after artists like Sugar Hill Gang and Curtis Blow and them started to come out of the music scene. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I agree with that. Cause I mean, honestly, there were great artists for their era and time when they dropped, because nobody has a style that defines, hip hop as far as where. Because I mean, at the end of the day, let's look at it like this: as artists out here that understand, music, you know what I'm saying? As people out here that understand music, even listening to it, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. When we talk about hip hop, yes, needs to be broken down into eras, because from the beginning of hip hop's inception into the society world that we know it now, we know that hip hop sourced, you know what I mean, in a way that was unlike any other genre that stepped out in the music. So the dynamics of just that part of it, when you come to the fact that the Sugar Hill Gang, when they first dropped, had a song that literally caught people's attention, especially because it was in that time frame, and it ran right alongside of Good Times. We all love good times, and the movement of that song itself was just celebratory. So the fact that the hip it to the hip, how can you don't stop the rocket to the bang bang boogie to up jump the boogie to the boogie to beat. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to that part of it, it's like you gotta understand that was the words to that melody just brought to a whole nother aspect, because the party was there, everybody was having a good time, and he was just in that mood. That's how it felt. Mm. Hmm. He was one of the youngest. He was one of the youngest ones out of that group, though. You look at it because he started at with like 16, 17 rapping. You know what I'm saying? So right. Hmm. Yup. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Right. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah. Well. You gotta tell it like it is, cause I'm gonna be real with you. There wasn't a lot of motherfuckers that sounded like him out here in them streets until after he came on the scene. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. It's the one thing that you can look at as a indicator for me. Like I honestly loved it because like what you just the artist you just described defined what hip hop is. You know what I mean? They defined hip hop for you. So by the time we reached the Pacs, the Tupacs and the Biggies and the Nas's and the the ill the Jiggas and all of them, you know what I'm saying? Like we had already a baseline for hip hop and what it was supposed to have been founded on. So, I mean, that's the one thing you have to understand, and this is a problem that I don't see. I see this as an issue because when we look at the situation, it's not something that we do. You know what I mean? We don't disregard the fact of our historic uh presidents or leaders, you know what I'm saying? We don't disregard their history and their significance to our our living standards in our country. So why is it that when we go into the attributes of music we don't look at that as an indicator? Because where would hip hop be without those artists that started it? Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause that's what I mean. We're talking about some of the illest ones to ever put a mic in the hand. Like, I mean, let's not disclose. Let's not lose focus on the fact that we had Sheila E. too as a female hip hop artist. You know what I mean? Like, and Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying? So those breakout dynamics were two of what I'm saying, two actual significant situations because at that point there really were no female artists out there. There was Yo Yo, there was MC Light, and they all came out. They all hit around the same time. Hmm. Okay, yeah. We talking uh Lady of Rage. Oh no, you talking about you are actually talking about that's my homie right there. That's the homie. MC Light. Female artists, definitely, yeah. Most definitely. For the female time between I honestly want to say this is because when she presented her hip hop to the music industry, it was a whole nother flavor. And I don't think people really paid much attention because her approach was, you gonna respect me. You know what I'm saying? Don't take what I say lightly, even though my name MC Light. You know what I mean? Like this is real talk. You know, and I happened to like was vibing, and this is off brand. I was vibing to Moesha, watching Brandy's old television show. And I remember watching it because I was a kid growing up. And then I checked out this one scene in the show where she was performing, MC Light was performing on stage one of her songs. And this was one of those songs that she had did with one of the artists from the famous R&B group Escape back in that time frame. The track, I remember just listening to the lyrics. It was like, yo, she's telling you how to get to know her intimately, right? And the whole aspects of it, you could hear that in this vibe. She was going off, telling you everything that she wanted you to know about how to move in her direction. And it's just like she was so classy with it. Her style and her elegance in the flow was just effortless. It was like she was just playing with the beat and she was telling you what it is. Like, don't approach me if you ain't got the notion to be approaching. You know what I mean? Also coasting on the beat type shit. I love the vibe and the finesse of it all, the way she finesses the track. Mm, okay. Yo, he's got a vibe though. He's got a vibe. True. Yeah. That dirty jersey. uh, okay. The message that he got people's attention on was reality. You want to hear something crazy? I literally was just listening to an interview that was on YouTube about Trump's conversation about, or no, Pac's conversation about society in the world today. And the reason why he's right, the when you review that shit, bruh said something in that conversation that I think people really overlook, because he said there's people that are millionaires and they're getting humanitarian awards, right? How are you a humanitarian when we have homeless people sleeping on the streets and you sleeping good? It's people like it's no, he didn't. Then people didn't understand the contract that Pac was under to begin with. So I think that was one of the main reasons why people misinterpreted why they thought he had stuff, right? Because listen, at least five of you could put a portion of that money into the communities, and that would definitely do that. Mm, that's what I'm saying. What time is
Device unlocked.
it?
8:10 p.m.
Wow.
Instagram home feed. Player pause button. Double tap to activate.
Oh wow.
Via King. https://t.co/lrnvideos. Notification from Null.
Okay.
628 is live. I'm ready to go. This state don't serve me anymore. Raising hands. Medium dark skin tone. Cross fingers. Medium light skin tone.
Yeah.
Paula debut album SHWLUV on KSJS 90.5 FM radio.
Mm. All the time. All the time.
Notification from Null. Just till everyone countdown is live. Say what? Email. Destiny Mastercard is arrived. Market.
Yeah, man. No, not for Nas. I mean, because he just lyrically did not present the presentation of an artist that was in a battle sense. Like I never thought that battle was won by Jay Z. I'm sorry, I'm probably the only other person outside of that conversation that we could have that's you know what I mean feeling the same way. So I agree with you, Brody. But before we go any further, I gotta let you know we're over our time here. So it's cool, you know what I'm saying? We get it happens like that, but you know what I'm saying? I've been running for an extra 10 minutes. So I gotta actually get up for work in the morning and get set up for our interview tomorrow with the young guest DZ Marquis. So yeah, hopefully y'all tap into that interview tomorrow night. That's tomorrow night with my bro. And yeah, man, we're gonna get back into it. Word. Mm-hmm. Story. You see what I'm saying? Like I literally said that same thing when I had my homegirl take the picture. So I was like, listen, this is gonna be the presentation, the opening number to the to the album. So I think that represented it perfectly. Everybody's looking at me crazy. It's like, why are you taking a picture in front of a dumpster? You know, you'll get it later. You know what I'm saying? That's true. Oh, all the time. No, but if you start good, most likely you can end it good too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that was my thoughts. That was how I was hoping. That was what I was hoping to achieve. You know, I got a lot of mixed reviews from others. So, I mean, for myself personally, what you just said boosted my confidence level on that whole thing because I had a lot of shaky results come back in the first couple of weeks. But for me, I pulled the trigger. So, hmm
Screen on.
yeah, facts. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree. 100% agree with you, bro. And I mean, like, it's only gonna keep going from here because we still got time, still got plenty of opportunities to make that type of thing happen. So, that's how I look at it, man. Like, this is all just, preparations for something better, something greater. You know what I'm saying? Because we're still working on ourselves. We're still working on the music and putting that in front of the work that we're doing. So it's gonna pan out. It's all about how we put it out. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we keep pushing that, and pushing that, because that's how I'm looking at it. I'm gonna keep pushing it and pushing it, and eventually, once everything is settled and you know what I'm saying, I get set up the right way, I'm gonna start investing in seeing my shit hit long standing markers. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this ain't gonna ever go anywhere because that's how I'm looking at it, man. Like, and again, appreciate you guys, God, for dropping in with us, man. This is love, bro. Appreciate you, Brody. All right, man. I'll check in with y'all tomorrow. Y'all know what it is. Talk about it Tuesdays, new episode with a dope interview coming up. Peace, love, and happiness. I'll check y'all tomorrow, man. Peace. All right, bye. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I know y'all didn't get to hear it, but y'all just stay tuned. We are about to reload the up. We're gonna reload the post for you guys. All right. We'll jump off the new post for you guys later. I appreciate y'all for being a part of the listening crew over here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Check us out later on. We're gonna drop that full version over there on YouTube for you guys. So appreciate you. Much love. I'll check you tomorrow.